guys? Welcome back for episode 3, and we finally have NFL football. I am so gassed up. I'm ready.
Cheesing.
I can't believe it's actually here. I'm not gonna lie. It felt this was a long off season all summer, and now it's here.
The
Somebody
coolest
pinch
part
me.
about
No words, bro.
Somebody pinch me.
No, I'm losing it, bro. I'm cheesing so
the
much.
coolest part is like Labor Day too, so it's like the Monday's off and then it's Tuesday.
It's gonna go way
Wednesday,
faster. I think this week
Thursday.
is gonna fly by.
That's the best part about it. I was like, oh, they got 2 days of work. We'll be all right.
Dobbs, did you say bruv?
I think I might have been so turned up. I might have just. I don't even know. Like, it might have been. I think it was in between Brad and bruv. We kind of might call this one
The English accent
kinda
came out.
accent. So excited for football, I turned British for a second.
Oi.
Oi!
Shout out Billy
That's how
Butcher.
crazy. That's how crazy football season is, man.
Damn, we really bullshitting. All right, let's jump into it. Thursday night football. This is a great game. I'm gonna give my take first. We got the Rams and the Bills. The Bills are -2.5. A little precursor. We are not going gambling lines, just straight up winner. We're just gonna give you the spread, just to think about it. If you want to toss some dough on it, based off what we say, we don't advise it, but yeah. So I am personally going with the Rams on this one. I think the Super Bowl champs at home as a dog is wild to me. Granted, the Bills are going to be very good this year. A lot of people think they're going to go to the Super Bowl and even win the Super Bowl, but I just can't fade the Super Bowl champs at home. And there is a Super Bowl hangover, but I just can't get myself to do it.
I think you said it perfectly. I will never take anyone that's going on the road into a hostile environment. The crowd's going to be crazy. They might get their rings too.
Are they doing the ring ceremony?
They might. I'm not really
They
sure.
probably will.
They probably will,
They
though.
probably will.
So it's like, man, the cards are stacked against the Bills, even though they're favored. But I'm going to take the Rams. And I saw that I was looking at this game actually like 2 weeks ago. See what the line was. It was pick 'em, and then it went. So that means
So it's
Vegas,
moving.
Vegas thought it was going to be
Huh.
close. Pick whoever you want, and then it jumped up to the Bills -2.5. So people must be on the Bills.
Yeah.
I think I'm just with you guys where it's like I can't fade the Super Bowl champs. I think Sean McVay is gonna have them ready. They have a great team. I think that's the point. The Bills are gonna be great team this year. I just don't think you got to start somewhere. I don't know if week 1 is gonna be where they start gelling. New offensive coordinator, most importantly. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I was gonna.
That's where the Rams are gonna pick up wherever they left off. The Bills might have to get into that, like, you know what I mean. We already talked about this before, like, but you know what I mean.
I am the lone soldier in the Buffalo Bills camp right now. Actually, that's false. Hunter is also not on camera, but also a Bills guy with me. And I think the part of this game that tilts the scales for me is that the Rams have a completely new left tackle. Like, Joe Noteboom has not really played a lot of left tackle before. He's going to be going up against Vaughn. And that's going to be tough for Matt Stafford to avoid Vaughn. So I think the Bills are going to take this one.
I'm sorry, I have to ask this because what was the punishment that Donald got?
The punishment
Yeah.
for the
Swinging the helmets and stuff.
I don't think he got
Honestly, I
a
don't
game.
think there was one.
I don't know
Oh.
if there was much, but which is crazy. But
No, I'm pretty sure that like that,
Okay,
that was
I mean
just-
that's cool.
I
was
think
just
that just
wondering.
got brushed
I kind
over.
of forgot. I saw some headline about it, but I didn't even
No,
dive into it.
no. To your point, I saw a quote and it said something along the lines of like, like his opinion on like the subject was like, I was just like,
It was
like
just
we were just playing
football,
football. So I think that like I'm pretty sure that's just got
Raw,
brushed over.
raw.
That's just got where did that one just got brushed over quickly? I guess like
damn near the strongest man in football is playing football with 2 helmets. In
I
his
hate to
hand,
say
ready
this,
go
but
to kill.
maybe when you're a Super Bowl champ and defensive player of the year several times, you kind of get some leeway.
yeah. I mean,
Miles
yeah,
Garrett didn't get that leeway, I'll tell you that.
No, he sure.
Well, it also didn't help that it was on national.
It was on
television.
national
no, a lot of people.
television.
Time out.
Rivalry game.
No, time out. Because we need to discuss this. So many people in the comments were like, "Well, dude, but this was when it was at practice," and I'm like, "But guys, it has nothing to do with whether it was in a game or at practice. Hitting another human being with the helmet that weighs a lot, the damage to their brain has nothing to do with whether it was in game or
Right.
in practice. You're gonna get concussed. Like, I don't know. That's just where I stand on it. It's like if you're gonna punish someone for it in game, you gotta punish them for it any time it's during any type of like NFL related activity. Like,
Yeah.
And I mean,
But,
and you see
I
all
don't-
the joint practices, they fight almost like every day.
Bro,
So it's like
Every single joint
almost
practice.
every joint
yeah.
practice, someone is fighting. So it's like, are you going to discipline them too for fighting, or it's a tough avenue.
swinging
to
a
go
helmet
down.
is like that. That's the
Yeah.
thing, though. Is like
Yeah.
you're bringing like 20 more pounds of force into the
Right.
equation of the hit.
That's
different.
Very,
That's-
very true. Very true.
That's just where tough subject. Not even though. Don't swing helmets. It's actually not tough. Honestly, the NFL this actually got a great.
That's gonna be a great clip.
It is honestly. I don't know the point. I don't know how it got brushed over. Actually,
All right, we are gonna go on to the next game. with the Eagles at -4 heading into Motor City against America's favorite Hard Knocks team, I should say. This is going to be quick, I think. And I feel bad to the Lions because I think we all are not high on them, but we're hopeful for them.
We have respect for them.
We respect them. But it was a clean sweep.
I'm this close to changing mine, but I'm not. I can't bring myself to pick against a team that's gotten this Super Bowl hype. I'm going Philly. I would change it. I think the Lions offense is going to be pretty solid, and I don't really trust the Eagles defense yet. A lot of new players, there's not a lot of continuity there. Goff could dice them up a little bit, but you can't pick against the Eagles.
Amon Ra.
See, but this is where I was in the direction of maybe changing it. Obviously, I'm not going to take the Lions over the Eagles after all this hype, but the line that Vegas set up, kind of sketchy.
You think it should be more?
If I was the odds maker, I would say 7.
You give him a touchdown?
Ooh.
Maybe a touchdown, but 4, that's really sketchy.
I think
don't
this
know.
is a good line, personally.
I don't know. I think obviously the rosters are nowhere comparable. So it's you do have to go on the road. So I think that
True.
also plays a factor in the line
If
decision.
they were at home, I bet it would be.
It'd probably be
Yeah.
6.5, 7, maybe a little more. But yeah, I don't know.
I have a question for you. I will change my pick to the Lions right now if you can guarantee me that Jeff Okudah can slow AJ Brown down just a little bit, and I'll change mine.
I can't. I don't even know if I can give you that. No, I can't.
I'm willing to
He's
say
I tried.
Okudah could take a huge step forward.
He's
this year,
coming
though.
off an
While we're on the
Achilles.
subject,
I'm not gonna give him all that.
All right.
Week 1, hey buddy, you're coming back from Achilles injury. Here's AJ Brown and Devonta Smith for you. Have
I don't
fun.
know if I'm mistaken, but he had to win the battle, right?
Oh
Win
yeah,
the
I was gonna
job.
say,
Yeah.
hey man, pressure makes diamonds. We can't go.
No,
we gotta.
I
We
respect
gotta
that.
give him a chance. I agree though. It's looking tough, but
I
hey,
love
these are
Okudah.
those moments. It
Don't-
might be
I love Okudah.
He's
I
my-
thought it's awesome, but
dog
week
in him
1,
moment.
I'm kind of scared for him and what those guys could do. So
All
I
right.
can't blame you for that.
All right. So next we have the 49ers -7 heading into Chicago. And we got 3-2.
Couple feet in both camps.
Yeah, I'll give mine real quick.
One of the feet that is going in the other camp is freaking crazy to me. But that's just all I'm gonna say. So
Who are you talking to?
I don't
Probably
know.
you.
Talking to me.
No.
Me?
Oh wait. Oh, both of you. Wow. Wow.
Oh, you thought it was
Wow.
Hunter and Dobbs?
I thought it was just you. But wow.
To clarify what Tyler's saying,
Wow.
me
He's
and
capping.
Dylan both picked the Niners against the Bears.
Which is unreal.
Yeah, thank
All right,
you guys.
hold up,
Thank you.
hold up.
You guys just,
up here.
You know,
We
not
have to
thinking with your
clarify.
heart.
Hey.
Not thinking with your heart. You thinking. Look, he's thinking
Hey.
with his heart.
Let's not get it twisted. Quarterback aside, Trey Lance, we don't know what we're going to get. He looked like shit against the Texans. He looked all right against the Packers. The headlines are out. Jimmy G, whatever. People don't trust him, blah, blah, blah. Bro, even if the 49ers have an awful quarterback, their roster's just that much better than the Bears. Like you said, I'm sorry, but what you said with the Eagles, it's just the rosters. But I don't know.
to be
I would take the Bears to cover 7.
I would also take the Bears to cover
But
7.
outright, I have to go Niners.
We just don't have the horses on defense to keep up with 49ers. I'm just going to be completely honest.
And it's
Like
just
they
it
can
goes
run down
back
our
to the
throat. They can do whatever they want
We
to
play-
us on defense.
The
I'll be
Bears are in the
honest.
new regime thing too, Same concept with you
We
guys.
played them
it's
last
not gonna
year.
all click week 1. It's gonna.
We
I do think it could be
played-
close though.
Played them last year, and it was very close. Listen, Darnell Mooney has come out and said that this is a big game for Justin Fields, and because this is a team that obviously passed on him, and he's heard all that stuff. You got to come into the Chi-Town with basically a new quarterback. A lot of rumblings this offseason of Jimmy G and stuff like that. I don't know. I think a lot of people are overlooked. I've said this all offseason. I think the Niners are getting too much hype with basically a rookie quarterback. I've never seen this ever, where a team is getting this much hype. I've seen people talk about Super Bowl with them, and I'm like, where?
So much animosity against Trey Lance. I can just hear it in your voice.
I just don't get
So
it.
much.
People want to see him
But
fail.
I just don't get it though.
No, it's fair. I don't.
It's so weird to me.
Super Bowl is kind of out of pocket. I think they're saying if
and to win the
everything-
division too.
if-
I've seen that. It's just.
I'm with them.
I think the roster's that
Did the
good.
Rams die?
No, but the roster's just that good.
I agree. The
still.
Super Bowl
agree.
thing is the
I-
Super Bowl leap's probably a little bit far, but they're a great roster. They're a great team, and we've seen
I
how
think-
when you have a great roster, you do, and a really, really great roster, you do get a little bit of leeway with the quarterback position.
Hey,
you do.
And say Trey Lance sucks for like the first 4 weeks or whatever, and they yank him, and Jimmy G's in. You know what you have. And
Like,
that's
exactly
that's a
what-
team
that's
that
their
beat
game
the
plan.
Rams twice.
That's why they're smart for this.
Should've
Now
been
they're
three
genius
times.
for this.
Now
Like, they
what
know
it
what to
matters-
do.
Should have been 3
It's
times.
you know what they
Not
say
what it
though. You
mattered.
know what they say though, right?
What?
It's really hard to beat a team 3 times,
It
no matter
sure
who it
is.
is, and they beat
Yeah.
them twice.
Couldn't beat him in the third for the most important.
I agree. All right, we are going to go on to the next one. We have the Steelers traveling to the Super Bowl runner-ups, Cincinnati Bengals, -6.5 Bengals.
This is outlandish, Tyler.
This is
I'm gonna
wild.
Be completely honest. If you're talking about Philly
Outlandish.
spread should have been bigger, this spread should have been bigger.
Why?
I would take Bengals -13.5 in a heartbeat.
Wow.
Okay, I hope I do it.
Mitch Trubisky is starting this game for anybody that doesn't know that, and Joe Burrow's on the other side. So I don't know which one you want to back up, but I'm going to put my money on the guy that went to the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna back up Mike Tomlin. That's who I'm gonna back up.
Is he on the field?
He's wait.
What position does he play?
Wait. Has he ever had a losing season in his 15 years? No, never.
He's never had Mitch Trubisky at
And-
quarterback. That's
But
that's
he had
that's
a
fact.
45-year-old Big Ben with one arm and half a leg,
That's a good point.
and he still made it to the playoffs.
It was amazing. Amazingly, I don't know how it happened, but
Because
he
of
did.
who? Because of who?
We still think Mike Tomlin could go 500 this year, but this week 1 against the Bengals.
I will say-
I'm gonna go against the grain.
The
I
Bengals-
I like this team a lot.
In both games last year, the Bengals won by 31 points and 14.
And with this refurbished O-line, might I add, now they're about to come in with.
And that they're gelling, bro. They're gelling.
Wanna
Dylan,
talk-
tell them about their interview.
wa-
you saw.
Want to talk about the Super Bowl
Who,
hangover?
Najee and TJ?
No, they're gonna. No, that's the
T,
team. That's got to be the team that
Jamar.
like
Oh,
won. That's,
I'm
I feel like
tapping.
the
Yeah.
hangover. I don't even think the hangover
Hey.
exists if you lost it. They're gonna be.
They're
fully
hungrier.
mo-
Bro,
they're gonna
they're
be
hungrier.
so hungry.
I
and
swear we
motivated.
give out way too many free shout outs to the Pivot Pod. It doesn't even really matter right now, but they had one with the Bengals receivers. It was raw, I can't lie. T. Higgins was straight up like, our group is so good. Like, our goal, each one of our goals is to go for 1K each, and we're going to be the first trio to ever do it. And I was like,
They probably will.
I was like,
Yeah, they
damn.
probably will.
Yeah, no, they
I was like,
honestly
damn.
probably will. Like,
And it made me die laughing when Jamar called out Ward and them and Stutch, and then Denzel.
It was
Denzel
slightly out of
posted that
context.
Instagram.
It was slightly out of context.
Instagram. Yeah.
People kind of
really-
hate Cleveland.
No, he really wasn't even like calling them out. He was just like, he literally just was like, it's on site. Like, they talk shit, and like next time we play him, it's on site.
I hope they have
That's
that
just-
attitude.
that's how it should be. I
Because-
think that's how it should be against every team. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's not say when I see you on that Sunday.
And
of course,
yeah,
like,
I mean,
that's of course.
I think the clip that I saw online was different. It sounded different than watching the entire thing, if that makes sense.
I mean, no, I see the thing is I didn't see it, but I definitely do understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I never see the full clip.
I'm a
but
Steelers guy this year. I'll say it.
this is
All right,
Right,
wait,
this is egregious.
official picks: Cincy, Pip, and
you already
Cincy.
know where I'm. Yeah, you already know. This is insane, Tyler.
Hunter also went Cincinnati, so that's somewhat close to a quick.
Tyler might be able to talk shit to us next week. The pressure's on now because the Bengals better not fold on us.
All right. So the next game we have is New England going into Miami, and Miami is -3. We're split right here.
I hated this game.
Yeah, it's not.
This is definitely a trap game.
This is definitely an under game that you just take and you don't put on a single second of it and just let it happen.
So you're discounting the Dolphins offense?
Yeah, wait. I was gonna say you don't want to watch the Dolphins offense.
Week one.
Yeah, like wait, what?
My eyes
This
are
is
gonna be
box
glued to the
office.
screen.
I think even if it sucks and two
I
of
mean-
those terrible, that's what's going to be hilarious. No matter what, it's going to be entertaining for the Dolphins.
True.
Because it's either going to be so bad, but with the expectations so high that it's going to be. And I'm sorry too, I don't want that to happen, but like it's going to be kind
You're
of funny.
manifesting.
It'd be kind of funny, and like not at him, but just to watch Dolphins fans be like, "Are you kidding me? We got the two fastest guys in the entire league for you,
And our
man!" Like,
quarterback can
so
hit
it's
him,
either
yeah.
going to be that, or it's going to be super entertaining in a good way, and he's going to be delivering dimes. So either way, it's going to be like a good show.
I've got something that I was just thinking about. So Tyler, you said that this is an under game, and I think you're right about that. I feel like Bill is the one guy I trust to scheme against this type of offense and do it well.
Yeah.
So then becomes the question: is it just going to be like 3-0?
That's what
Like,
I.
who's scoring?
That's
It's-
what I personally thought. When
It's like Tyreek or Waddle literally have to break off
something
a huge
crazy,
play
right?
to score in this game. and the spread's
and I
minus
was gonna
3.
say you're out of your mind if you don't think Bill's cooking up for them.
Bill's gonna cook.
Bill's cooking.
Bill will
But you-
cook, especially against a first-year head coach. But I think you guys are discounting the Dolphins' run offense a little bit.
I just don't trust. I'll
If
go.
Mike
and say,
McDaniels is
I
that great
know
at scheming
Teron
things,
Armstead is that guy, but you guys know I said it last time. I still don't believe in the O line yet. Just one
That's
one
true.
guy does not fix all your
Fix
problems.
no.
By no means.
And
Like and
well-
I've seen it plenty of times. Like that's the problem with the one big free agency signing where you take one really good tackle or a good guard from a really good line, put them on a line where everyone else sucks, and
it
then
doesn't make
the
all
production
four better.
dips. I'm not saying that
instantly.
that's going to happen necessarily, but I love Teron, but it might look a lot worse this year because there's going to be a lot of pressure coming. If they don't step up this year, it's going to look kind of weird. Like that left side will be kind of firm. Everything on the right side is going to be collapsing. So
Real
like,
quick, we should probably be giving our picks every time
yeah,
because I don't think we've said it the last couple of them.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I think
we got off.
we're just having such good convo. We're just like
Facts.
brushing over the.
Facts.
Okay,
Okay.
you're right.
I am picking Miami just because I'm pretty low on New England this year. I don't think they have the team around them. Not very talented. So I'm going to go Miami this game.
I'm going Miami as well. I just think revamped offense. If I'm not mistaken, Belichick's had trouble with
Yeah, I
the
don't think he's beat
Dolphins
Tua yet.
recently.
Mhm.
So, hey, that might play a factor also.
I just went New England simply. I really didn't know about this game. I was just gonna go New England just off the fact that Bill's there, and yeah, I don't know. This is a weird game.
I just think Patriots will be able to run the ball. Yeah, Belichick's going to play. He's going to scheme up great defense. That's just my logic on this one. Rookie head coach, like you guys said.
Before we move on, our conversation before, I think a good indicator would be seeing how Belichick did against Shanahan in previous games. He's not playing against Shanahan, but it's the same system. It's a variant of the system. So that may be a little indication about how well he'll scheme up against Mike McDaniels. Next game, what did you say, Zoe? Okay. Next game, Cleveland heading into Carolina, -2.5. I can't believe my eyes here, fellas.
You know what?
Yeah,
This is
I didn't
atrocious.
like this either.
All right.
I'm split.
I was the only person to take Carolina, and it's not that like surprising or whatever. Like the Browns definitely have the better team and whatnot. I'm just surprised that no one else did.
I
You know
really
I
thought
would.
about it. I really did. I kind of want to change it, but I just think the Cleveland's the team's so good that even Brissett could win. So I'm taking Cleveland in this game.
That makes sense.
We've seen Brissett do his job before. I think he's going to step. This is the best. Correct me if I'm wrong. Best chance and opportunity he's had to step into. Even though it's not going to be a starting. We know it's not going to be starting long term, but it gives him a good opportunity. I think he's going to take it and run with it. And
So you're taking Cleveland too?
yeah, absolutely taking
Okay.
Cleveland. I think they're going to play. Honestly, I think it'll. This might not even be close. Like if they get the run game going and the Panthers don't get going fast, I still think this could get bad quickly.
And I simply went Cleveland just off the fact that I know there was rumors about Mike Baker saying I'm going to fuck them up. Even if he said it or not, there's got to be some truth behind it. And Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, and all them are chomping at the bite, to get after their former quarterback and all this stuff. And I just think Myles Garrett's going to come in with his head on fire. They got a great secondary. I mean, they know Baker in and out more than anyone. So, I don't know. I went Cleveland here. I'm not very confident in it, but this is another game.
You're not confident?
Mm.
I was gonna say I'm not
Wait,
confident.
quick
about
side
It's
it.
like,
note. We have to point this out now that you said it because I don't even think about it. But Myles Garrett's going to be going against Icky all game long for his first ever game. Like we're about to see what Icky's made of, and also he might go for like 3 or 4 sacks. I think it's
Yeah.
like that's the
so,
defensive player of the week 1 probably we might be looking
Yeah,
at.
and I'm telling you, Baker's on the
I
other
love
side.
Icky, but
Damn well Miles is going to be head on fire and ready to rock.
There are
Yeah.
a few things that I always go with, and that is a revenge game. So that's all the explanation I have. The Browns have the much better team. I'm riding with my guy Baker. And I will say that the Panthers looked pretty damn good at the beginning of last year, and then the wheels fell off, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if they can come out with that same energy and whatnot. Maybe they can get it done. So that is my reasoning.
Fair.
Next game we have Indianapolis heading into Houston. The Colts are -8. And yeah, who wants to start us off?
I'll kick it off. I chose Indy because I like to think that I have a brain, and I'm not going to take the worst team to beat the Colts that honestly have one of the best rosters in the league. So just going to put that out there.
Fair. Dylan, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I talked about it earlier, but I mean, it's just pretty simple. I'm taking the Colts to win all day. I'm kind of interested in the Texans covering 8 points, though. I'm not going to lie.
It's a funky number for sure.
I'm not going to lie. But
touchdown, you're good.
Hey, and they have some fight. Lovey's Texans. Hunter says it best. But yeah, outright, it has to be Colts.
I wouldn't obviously Colts with everyone else, but this game actually is kind of like I want to see what the Colts are. That's really what I want to see. Like I actually would put this on because I want to see what Matt Ryan has left in the tank. So I don't know. I think they could be good. I talked about it a couple weeks ago when we were talking about our teams. First podcast I think that we did, but I think Indianapolis has a chance of being pretty good.
How much grain are you going to put into this game? Like if Matt Ryan looks unbelievable, do you have to take into the fact that they're playing the Texans?
Yeah.
Or is it
it depends what kind of like throws he's making.
It's more
if he's like dotting it up and you're like, oh.
It's more so of just the expectation.
I get that.
It's like you expect them to do it. And if it's not like if they do it, you put a lot of emphasis on. It's just like if they don't, you're like, yikes.
Good teams handle business.
Yeah.
So let's
and that's
see
what
them
I
handle
expect.
business.
And a veteran quarterback too. So
right.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm going to say though, like to Dylan's point, I do think it'll end up being a closer game than it should be, just because the Texans they were weird with squeaking out like closer games than they should be. We know they're going to run the ball a lot. If they can be semi-successful, that's the thing though. If they don't though, against that front, it's going to get ugly fast. But if they can run that ball and keep it close, totally possible. But I'm going Colts outright no matter what.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy one. And you know what? Our next one is pretty easy also. We have the Saints heading into the ATL at -5.5, and this was a clean sweep. Connor?
Yeah, I know since we've been doing this pod, been listening to Dobbs talk about the Saints a lot. And, I do know something. You guys have a little trouble with the Falcons down south.
That is true.
So it might be a little bit of a feisty game. I don't know. What are your thoughts on it? I did take New Orleans, by the way, but I want to see what Dobbs said.
So here's the thing: is the Saints fans will agree with me. The Saints make no sense against the Falcons because this happens every year. We'll have our one very dominant game against the Falcons. It might happen first or it might happen second. But the other one is just like either like a complete like shit show where we just like play really bad, or it's like a way closer game than it should again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Point is, dude, I don't know what the issue is with not being able to consistently just like beat the Falcons when they're the worst team. But you know what? That's why it's got to be this year. Why not? We are a way better team. Jameis is going to be throwing dots. We just got to stay healthy out there. Falcons, we should be able to go out there and beat them by at least 21 tomorrow. So tomorrow. Tomorrow. But
I wish it was tomorrow.
I'm getting too excited. But this Sunday we need to be. If we don't, I'm going to be kind of concerned for the season. Like straight up, this is kind of like my trajectory of like how hype I'm about to get.
Yeah,
because we need to show up.
I really don't have anything.
I just want to say quick. I just went Saints. I'm excited to watch Olave, but I also am kind of like, is it kind of weird that I'm interested to watch the Falcons?
Not at all.
Right? It's not. Is that not weird?
They have Kyle Pitts and Drake London.
Right? So like,
that's going to be fun.
I want to see what they. Obviously Mariota's not their long-term quarterback, but like, hey, they make some plays. Like, all right, you might have some sort of future.
6.
So it's like, yeah, and Mariota's been with Arthur Smith, I believe, in Tennessee.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think he
right.
was.
Yeah, no.
Unless
I know
Arthur
he's
Smith
been
was
on the Raiders for a minute now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been like 3 years.
Yeah, maybe.
Or 2 years.
I don't know.
Am I weird for saying that? Like, I feel like Mariota's been getting like
too much hate,
too much discredit.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if that's weird to say, but like, bro,
he's underwhelming.
Everyone, it's not like he's anything crazy, but everyone's treating him like he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL.
He's got some wheels on him.
I'm not.
He could toss it around a little bit.
In the most non-disrespectful way.
Sure. He can make some plays with his feet.
I just think it's like people are like kind of like, it's not even like people are just like, okay, whatever, it's Mariota. People are just like genuinely being like, Mariota's not good and stuff like that.
I've been waiting to say this for a while because I agree with you. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys right now. He's brought a team to the playoffs. He's looked good every time he's played for the Raiders in short stints. His legs are still there. That man can run. And
they're fresh, yeah.
And the thing is, for fantasy too, like he's had some relevant people be on the Titans before. Like
Delaney Walker was a top 5 tight end.
Like,
hello, Kyle
there's some
Pitts.
random other receivers in the Titans that are old. Kenny Britt, I don't know. Random guys, but he's
raw shout out.
Mariota can hold up an offense. And I mean, he's got Drake London, Kyle Pitts now. Like,
yeah, it could be kind of cool.
CPAT
too.
It's not like we're sitting here and like saying he's gonna go out there and perform and stuff, but it's just like We don't need to like.
Don't
be
get it
hating on
twisted,
the man.
Dom. Don't get it twisted. We're still taking the Saints.
No,
Don't be hurt.
I just this might like this is the thing with Marcus Mariota. I'll leave it at this. So many times he'd go on a time where he'd have one good game, 2 games in a row, and you're like, all right, maybe I'm bought in.
And then
And
it's
it's a
just
dud.
that's what
And
what
that's
you're
fair.
getting. Like,
That's fair.
What you're getting is not consistency.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
you're getting.
that's a great point. But I just think people are like just straight up like counting him out. Like
That's
he's
why I'm
just a
counting him out
dud.
though, because like if he makes the offs, even if somehow he's
They're
not,
not going to.
That's why,
Yeah.
that's why, like that's just why I can't put any stock into this team.
I agree.
I'm sorry, like that.
No, that's
No
fair.
disrespect, Falcons fans. You guys are really building the base. No hate here. It's just this year I cannot buy in.
Oh, I'm
And
not
if
saying this
Mariota-
year or anything.
And hey, this might be the most freezing cold take. If Mariota goes great, you know what? We'll come back to this. But I'm sorry, I just cannot see that.
Yeah, we'll move on. I just want to clarify. No one's sitting here saying that Mariota's going to be anything special or crazy or take the Falcons to the playoffs. It's just like, man, stop hating on the man.
Kid's got some
all right.
juice.
He's all right. All right, let's move on to the next one. Jeez. These like 3 games have been all right. We got Baltimore going to New York to take on the Jets at -7. Another clean sweep.
Yeah, I took Baltimore. Pretty simple. Baltimore is awesome. I love the Ravens. Lamar's going to play, and we don't know if Zach Wilson's going to play. I don't know if that's going to hurt or help the Jets. We're not really sure, but I mean, they're favored by a touchdown for a reason.
That was so funny because that was like the least enthused. Like you're like the Ravens are awesome. Yeah, they're gonna win.
I don't know what else to say. Like
No,
these
it's
games
fair.
are pretty
No,
freaking
This
because
game
simple.
Connor's as heartbroken as me. We're like we wanted to just get so hyped for the hot Jets this year.
You kind of did sound heartbroken
They're
about
giving
that.
I am a little
but
bit.
they're giving us like so a little like reason to keep that hope alive right now. Even though the season has started, hey Jets fans, we could turn the ship around. Maybe. I don't. Well, it's feeling rough right now without Mekhi. We're looking rough.
Mhm.
But like, hey, Jets fans, the door's still like slightly open. But it's that. That's I feel kind of heartbreak. That's why I knew it was happening.
I'm just gonna use this time to say that I think the Ravens are gonna win the AFC North, and that's all.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I fully believe that the Ravens are gonna destroy them. I fully
like,
believe
fuck them
it
up.
could be like a 21-point game kind of thing.
Oh yeah, no, that's
And if
probably
it's
what we're
Flacco-
looking
I
at.
7
mean,
is pretty ridiculous
is-
to me.
That looks so nice to take
Yeah.
on Sunday, and I will be fully
Hey,
taking
we're not a
that.
gambling podcast.
But I'm taking that with everything. But yeah, I think the Ravens. I think I agree with your take that they could win the North. I think people have just forgot about them.
That's what I'm saying.
If Isaiah
Yeah.
Likely is as effective in his first years, people are making. Because I love him. I think
Two tight end
if he
sets.
gets incorporated into that offense,
If he is like that, and Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely snap, 2
That's
tight
kinda
end sets is gonna be scary.
he already is. I think he already is likely that. That's the best part. He's already likely that.
All right, we are gonna move on. A very interesting game next. I will say that.
Gross.
We have the Jaguars going into Washington, and the Commanders are -3. Connor, kick us off here. Wow, this is shocking.
I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I just absolutely hate Washington. Like, I don't think their defense is really going to be all that. Their offense has got Carson Wentz. Like, what do you want to do with that? Where do you want to go with Carson Wentz? Because I'll tell you
He's
where
the
you're
missing
going.
piece.
You're not going anywhere. And I think Lawrence is actually going to surprise some people this game. He doesn't really have a lot of weapons to do it, but I think if you're good enough and if what we think Lawrence is good enough, I think they're going to win this game.
Fair reasoning.
I went Jacksonville also, mainly because I was taking a lot of favorites previously. So I'm, switch it up. But I also do think there's a chance that they can go in and win this game. We know what we're getting with the Jags, but also there may be some upside. Nothing crazy, but better than last year. So we'll see. Washington grosses me out also, Connor. I don't know. They kind of repulse me for some reason, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
What's going on
kinda
here,
harsh.
guy? Whole new team, new just
New brand.
unveiling the brand. Wait.
That's what it
You
is.
guys are
The
out on-
branding is gross.
All right, hater.
Look at it. God, you haters. All right,
Okay,
anyways.
the Red Wings wouldn't be
over
cooler?
to the Commanders aside here.
Oh no, what was it? It was the
Haters.
Red Tails. The Red Tails.
Red Wolves, I thought.
Or Red Wolves, Red Tails. Literally anything other than the Commanders.
They're gonna command.
That is
this
the most
offense.
generic name.
Carson Wentz is gonna command this offense to something great. I can't even say that with a straight face.
You hate Carson Wentz.
Straight
You
face.
hate Carson
Yeah, I
Wentz.
can't. I'm sorry, I even said that.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a second. I just thought of something. Thought of something. The last time Carson Wentz played the Jaguars, what happened?
Oh
no.
The clowns. The clowns are coming
no.
out. They're coming for revenge.
The Colts lost last year
no.
to the
Oh
Jags.
shit. Yeah.
Stop that shit.
This is
That's
a revenge.
Is this
game
a
for it.
revenge
This is
game
a
for Carson?
revenge.
No.
Revenge.
You know what that means then, right? You know what that means.
I know what it means. I am
What did I
not.
say about the Panthers?
You got to take the revenge.
Hell no.
Revenge story. Go ahead. Do your thing.
I'm
Boys,
out.
we're witnessing a live switch.
Let's go.
I'm going
This is
to the
revenge.
This is
Commanders.
a logical switch.
It's the revenge game. And you know what? He is the missing piece.
I'll be.
That's some blasphemy, but
You can't even say that with a straight face either.
I'll be so upset if I don't see at least 200 clowns in the stands for this game.
Well, I'm
you're
just
spitting
gonna.
right now.
I'll give my reason. I just went with Washington. I am excited to see Washington or Wentz, I should say, with Terry. This is like his first above average quarterback he's ever had. So okay, who's been better?
I mean, I'm not arguing. This is his best quarterback, but I wouldn't call Carson Wentz average.
But I said like okay, you know what I'm. You know what
I
I'm
know
saying.
what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yes, I
I know
do
what you're
hate
saying.
it, but you know what I'm saying.
I know
That
what you're
this is
saying.
like
It's the best Terry's
I'm
ever
excited
had.
to see what Terry.
Yeah.
can
no,
do
actually,
because
you know what?
Terry doesn't get
I figured it out.
enough love.
Carson is just like the step up of the same version of what you get out of Mariota. Like you get inconsistent, like
Yeah.
good play.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, he might spaz this week, but then like inevitably there's going to be a horrendous one soon down the road. That's him.
Wait, is this another revenge game because of Doug Peterson?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The double revenge.
What are we
This is
doing?
it. This is the double revenge.
Yeah, what?
Good stuff.
Yeah,
That's some
I
good
hate
stuff
this
right there.
this is incredible.
He's got to do it.
We figured it out. We cracked the puzzle. All right.
Exactly.
Next game, we have Green Bay going into Minnesota. Green Bay is -1. And I'm just going to come off the bat and say, I feel like anytime a team is +1 to +2 at home, it's always a trap line. And I think the home team usually wins. I just feel that way. I feel like that's happened to me a lot.
So you're taking Minnesota?
I'm taking Minnesota.
I'm going to take Green Bay just because they got the former MVP and probably the best defense on paper right now.
Fair. Very fair.
Respect.
That's all I got to say.
I am very afraid of that defense. Yes, I
No,
agree. But I was just going with the Vikings because I think there's going to be some growing pains with Rodgers and the new weapons. And I think you might be able to see that visibly on him. Like he gets frustrated and maybe act out and say something after the game. I don't know. That's what I think. And yes, they do have a very good defense, but it's Jefferson. Jefferson and Jair. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
What a matchup.
Ooh, week 1.
That's going to be a battle.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with the Vikings here.
I'm just with Connor, and it's just as simple as we know what Aaron Rodgers does. Like he's gonna put it where it needs to be. I don't think I agree. I think there might be some bad plays, bad drops, but he'll make up. He's gonna make it work. They're gonna win this game.
I really hope that this is not week 1 of last year for Green Bay. Because
No,
if you guys remember what happened,
No, that was part of my. That's part of my
I think I
logic.
killed by 40.
Well, that's part
to
of my logic.
Oh, to the Saints.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Saints
wow.
kicked the shit out of
This
them
is
last
part of my
year.
logic.
beat
Because
the
I
shit
know
out of
that
them,
as
yeah.
flat as
Didn't they go
came
into
out,
Tampa recently and get demolished too?
That was early on in the season 2 years ago, I think.
No, that's the thing is they started out flat.
Maybe.
That like.
So
I
back
don't
to
think they're
back
going to
years,
come
they
back
went
like
somewhere and
that.
got killed.
Yeah.
It's different since in division and the Saints and
They're not doing that.
Bucks
Yeah,
are very good.
rookie head coach thing too. Rookie head coach. That's also a big factor.
I will
That's
say
true.
to what you guys were saying about the Dolphins, I'm like actually very intrigued by Kevin O'Connell in this offense, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how they said they're going to change it up a lot more pass plays. And I'm curious.
I think this is Fox's American Game of the Week, so it'll be on TV, and I'm actually excited to see this one.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be a lot of fun.
All right, our next game is the Giants going into Nashville to take on the Titans. The Titans are -5.5, and right off the bat, I'm saying they should be definitely a couple more points. I'd say favored by a couple more points.
Much agreed.
And it was a clean sweep, but Connor,
I was really close to taking the Giants here. I probably would have just because I don't know. I needed to take a dog somewhere.
I respect that.
And then I thought, shit, Derrick Henry's going against the Giants defense. I can't bet against that. I can't take the Giants in good conscience. Although I will be rooting for them because I got Saquon in a couple leagues. So
Same.
go Big Blue.
Well said.
This is just simple logic
Best
here
of
for
both
me.
worlds.
I would never put my money with Daniel Dimes Jones, whatever you want to call him. I'll never put a single
Danny
penny on
Dash.
that guy ever. So yeah, that's just my logic. I don't like the Titans that much. I think they have a down year. Yeah, talk about a gross game.
You think they have a down year? They've been so good in the past.
I think it's coming down.
Okay.
Wait, what
Were you saying the Giants?
No. The
Oh,
Titans.
I capped hard.
No, yeah, I was gonna say I thought there was some type of I thought I was like
Yeah.
something's good.
Oh.
Something is
Oh, I thought I said Titans. My bad.
No, I probably tweaked. I was kind of
That
half
was-
listening, to be honest. I was looking at the next game.
Whatever.
All right, the next game.
This gets fun.
Okay, Hunter
Now
switched
it
it up.
gets
I like
fun.
that. This is going to be a good game. The Raiders going into Los Angeles against the Chargers. -3.5, the Chargers.
It's going to be, I took the Chargers. It's going to be Thanksgiving for Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. They're just going to eat.
Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
going
Yeah.
to tip the scales for me.
Yeah, I guess that really pretty much sums it up because that O-line is one of the weaker spots of that team. But I am very excited to see Devontae Adams in the silver and black. And also the Chargers offense again, because, this is a year they're going to take the step forward. So I think, honestly, just both offenses I'm very excited to see.
This is probably my favorite game of the week outside of, watching the Bears. But no, I think this is going to be a great game. I mean, how unfair is it, though, that you throw these guys right at each other week one in this division? Like, this is, I don't want to say it.
Should I get it
Fair
off?
to the fans.
Should I get
It
it
is,
off?
it's very fair to us.
We deserve
Should I
this.
get it off my chest right now?
I love it.
Before the pod, I was saying, I don't think you can have division teams play against each other week one. It's just too early in the season. No one's in their rhythm and stuff. And these are big games that are getting decided by teams just not really in the flow of things and not playing at their best. And
But
That's the fun.
But
It's
this
the-
is where
it's a
you find the
wild card.
teams that have grit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a wild card. You
I
got to
just-
show up. You got to show up. I'm just saying this. I agree with what you're saying. Let me be clear. 100% agree. But do you think Belichick's in that locker room like, well, guys, it sucks. We got a division game.
no, I know,
He's in that
but
pitch. Fuck that. Like, no, he's not. He's coming
season-
with you know what I mean? He's not. He doesn't give a shit.
the season
Fuck
is.
it. We're gonna win this game regardless. I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
no,
like,
I agree too.
gotta show
It
up,
doesn't
like,
really
gotta
the
show
teams
up.
are going to come up and try their hardest regardless of what week it is. But it's just like, to me, it's the NFL season is 4 months or 3 months, whatever. And it's just like,
This is
if you're looking back and damn, we lost week one against a division team and the team's really playing well right now. And that's what it like comes down to. I just think that's kind of shitty, but
hey, you got to buckle up those chin straps. A little
I agree.
tighter.
I agree.
Hey,
A
I
little
mean,
tighter.
how about this though? On the flip side, I think it makes game planning for that week one game. So I mean, for the teams to get that matchup a little bit, you know them better. You
true.
You know what I mean? It kind of
It's less
not
of a
that
wild
it's
card.
easier, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I'm sure it's a little bit more. It's probably what's the word here? Attractive per se. Like it's like all right, we get to go into a matchup week one that
We know
what
already.
we generally are going to know what we're getting.
That's fair.
Unless these rookie situations though, or rookie head coach situations. I guess.
Yeah, then
Flip side.
yeah, you don't
like,
know.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
That's why it's a good point though. It's a good conversation.
Yeah, no, it
to have.
is. All right, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, it's just Chargers here. I think this is going to be fun. I'm very, very excited. This one I'll for sure have on the TV.
You guys already know. This is the clean sweep. Actually, no, it's not the clean sweep.
Hunter.
Outside of Hunter,
Hunter
Yeah.
took the Raiders.
all
Clean
Chargers.
sweep on the table, but I can't claim it as a full sweep. But yeah, I got to go Chargers. They're gonna, and I think it's gonna be a close game though. I don't think this is gonna be like anything wrong.
Yeah, that 3.5 kind of scares me.
close game for sure. Close game for sure.
All right, moving on. We have the Chiefs going to Arizona. The Chiefs are -4.5, and this was a clean sweep. You mind if I take this one real quick?
Absolutely.
I don't know if I'm hating on the Cardinals, and no one's really been talking about them. I know D-Hop's suspended and whatnot. I just feel like the Chiefs are going to kind of take it to them. I don't know if that's wild to say or not.
No, I agree completely.
I am,
And maybe,
very-
I don't know. It's just, I feel like we haven't heard anything about the Cardinals this offseason.
I think the Chiefs know that, and they know and they want, like they have something to prove.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, all right, well, like Tyreek. I guarantee you, Mahomes in the back of his head is like, Tyreek's talking that shit all off season. I want to go show this dude. No offense. We say how valuable he was to that team. He
Yeah.
wants to go show he can win without him, though. I guarantee. He's
I agree
pissed.
with that.
He's like, all this shit where they threw him to the side. I guarantee he's like, all right, well, I'm going to show out here. I want to go out and show out with anybody. I don't care anymore.
Is it fair to say the biggest thing the Cardinals offseason, like the biggest thing that happened this offseason was what was in Kyler's contract? Like,
I mean,
it was
like
that.
the study.
That-
of
no, that
it was
was.
that and
And then-
Marquise Brown.
Well, yeah, and like D Hop.
That was a big thing on draft day.
Yeah, I guess.
There were fans that
It was
freaking out. Like, they
questionable. It was
were like, what's
questionable.
going on?
Yeah.
But I think
So
it'll end up looking good.
I don't know. I don't think the Cardinals are. I don't think they'll be that great. I think they'll definitely suffer without D Hop the first 6 weeks. I'm not a big Kyler believer, but yeah, I think the first 6 weeks could be brutal, and it obviously makes or break their season. If they go 2-4, 1-5, whatever it may be, I think they're looking at it on the outside.
Just looking at it like purely position versus position, I don't know what group that the Cardinals beat the Chiefs in. Quarterback, no. Offensive line, no. Defensive line, no. Cornerbacks, no.
Running backs, you
like
could maybe.
what do the Cardinals have better than the Chiefs?
I guess.
I
I
mean,
was
you
just
could
saying, like, maybe
maybe
the
say
safety
running
group.
back.
I guess,
Yeah, but
literally, we're giving the safety
safety
group.
How much is that really
yeah.
going to matter
Yeah,
when
we're
the
gonna
games
give
come down to it? Like
All right. Yeah,
you want the better O-line, receiver, quarterback, corners, edge.
exactly.
And they don't win in any of those
Yeah,
categories.
unless Buda
so-
Baker gets 7 picks. Like,
Right.
You,
So
you get
like,
my point.
well, how is this going to happen?
Yeah. So sorry.
Yeah.
We're just caught up in how much the Chiefs are about to blow out the Cardinals.
Yeah, we just actually drafted Patrick Mahomes in a creator league, so he kind of fell to us. Weird. Whatever.
Crazy moment in history.
Next game we have Sunday Night Football, right? Yep. All right. Sunday Night Football. The Bucs are going to Dallas, and they are -2.
Scary.
This is weird to me because there's a lot of question marks, and it's the O-line for both teams. Because I always Tyrone Smith, right? I always get him and Teron Armstead confused for some reason. He's obviously out, and then the Bucs have a lot of injuries on their O-line as well. So it's going to be a weird game. I'm going to go Tampa just because, again, they have the more complete roster. I think they're the better team, blah, blah, blah. But, this is going to be very odd because of those injuries, I think.
Yeah, I don't really see Dallas winning this game. They played last year, week one. If I don't forget,
a wild one.
That was a good
too.
game,
That was
too.
awesome to watch.
You know what? I will give Kellen Moore a lot of respect because he knew that they were the smaller dog in this fight, and they came out throwing the ball a lot. And that's what you got to do when you know your back's against the wall, which it was right out of the gate. They're playing the defending Super Bowl champs. I'm going to go out there and throw the hell out of the ball. And it was close. It was really close.
Came down to a field goal, yeah.
Yeah, but just looking at roster to roster, the Bucs have them, and they have Tom, so they're going to take them. So I'm taking the Bucs.
I went Dallas. I didn't like this one either. I do have basically the Cowboys roster in one league, so I'm kind of a Dallas fan this year.
Just low-key bias going on here.
But also, I've always liked Dak.
Do you think the home plays a factor?
Yeah, playing at home definitely plays a factor. And like you said the 1 and 2 point spreads when we were talking about the Vikings.
Yeah,
and
it is
Green Bay.
suspicious.
It's kind of weird. Sunday night, lights are bright. Obviously, Tom, he's done this a million times. But I don't know. I was going against the grain, and, I went Dallas. And I'm excited to see Micah against a pretty depleted O-line.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say this is for me what it comes down to is we've seen it before, plenty of times with Tom and the Patriots. We know Tom's gonna get it together. He's gonna have a fantastic season. But these first couple weeks, sometimes it's not necessarily where he gets gelling. He kind of has to get in his rhythm. We know he's getting older. The O-line is going to be really dismantled. And the Cowboy, look, this is the thing too I was going to say. Jason Peters, he go out there. Yeah, he could be a train wreck, but he also could come out there and
Just
look
be
solid and
right.
be like, okay, we got something
He
there.
can just be there.
And I'm leaning towards it might be a train wreck because he's getting really old. And as legendary as he is, future Hall of Famer, it might be rough.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna be as rough as the situation for the Bucs. That's why it's a weird game. But I got to go Dallas just for that reason.
No,
I think they'll still be able to toss it through the air.
I'm going to be
So,
honest. This game, I think, would have been fun if both teams were fully healthy, especially on the O-line. But to me, this just throws an extra wrinkle in it. And I'm genuinely excited to see how it plays out.
This is gonna be a top 5 game of the week, easy. Top
I think
3.
it is.
Probably
Yeah.
top 3.
Yeah.
I'm definitely when
A lot of
top
offense,
3
too.
games I'm gonna watch right away.
And then Monday Night Football revenge game. Although the Seahawks suck, we have
Yeah, I was
Denver
gonna say-
going to Seattle. The Broncos are -6.5. You know what? another clean sweep for us. So
Could you imagine if Seattle won
yeah.
this game? Like how ugly that would be.
That'd be terrible.
That's just, like actually, I think that's really the only thing we have to say is like if the Broncos lose this game, what a bad start for Nathaniel Hackett. What an ugly just look it would be. There's no way that they know it. They're not. They can't lose this game. Like that's the only way they can lose this game is by getting their head too much, realizing they have to win this game.
Yeah,
they have to win.
And for this one, I did think the line should be bigger, but then again, I thought like Seattle's going to be playing hair on fire. It's Russ. Like they got something in the locker room is going to fire them up. Obviously, like I don't know. I think they're going to play balls to the wall and just ball out. They don't all the cards.
So you're saying like close game?
Yeah, maybe. I'm obviously I'm going to take the Broncos 6.5 because I think they're that much better of a team. But I could totally see it being way closer than it should be because Seattle's playing with a lot of heart and passion and trying to get back at Russ. So this is kind of weird.
We won't exhaust too much time, and we actually have a decent amount of time left. But can we just talk about what we think the Seahawks are going to be? Because to me, they're just kind of weird. A lot of people think they're going to be very bad, and they most likely will. But is there a chance that they like could surprise people a little bit? No.
I'll give you my reasoning too.
I can confidently say that I don't know if they'll be any good. They'll probably win one game. I don't know. Defense, nothing really stands out to me. They lost Bobby, obviously, their last member of that core they had. And then, I mean, obviously DK and Lockett, they stand out. But, like, you have Geno Smith throwing them the ball, too, at the end of the day. So it's like,
I think it's tough for them to even be competitive in my eyes just because, like, how really is that locker room feeling about the team?
Right. How do they feel about themselves?
Right? Everything about the situation is not good.
Yeah, they have to know.
The only thing, though, that I don't get is that why are you starting Geno Smith if you don't think you're going to win games?
Well, no, this is why I know this is my overarching thing. You guys are going to agree with this, I think this is really like, I think it's like the level-headed approach to what the Seahawks are trying to do. They understand they suck. That's why they have all these draft picks now. I think they had a great class this year. I think this class is going to shape out great. Look, you might have two future starting tackles out of this class. A good starting slot corner.
His cross looked good in the preseason.
Crazy.
I believe
they said. And
Abraham Lucas. Abraham Lucas is a pancaker.
Mm-hmm.
Like this. Look, this is the thing.
Foundation.
Kobe Bryant could be like he could literally be like their starting outside eventually. I'm not even sure. I might be talking educated. I don't even know right now. He might. I'm gonna take a look at the depth chart. Boye Mafe is gonna. I think he's gonna be awesome in the future. They have their foundation.
Heard good things about him.
They're building. They know they're gonna. The goal is almost to suck naturally. Get that high draft pick yourself,
and
you're
gonna
get
have
your
quarterback.
The Broncos picks too. This is like the rebuilding process. There's no
agree,
point in being good right now because there is no
it.
point. Like literally, even Drew Lock and Geno had the greatest seasons of their career. They still would maybe go 8-9.
Yeah.
There's just no point. Like
I agree. The only thing that I'm saying is like, why don't you start Drew Lock then and see what you have? I know he most likely won't be the guy, but shit, what if he does? Like,
I think they want to lose a lot.
But and the thing is, secretly, though, that makes
so they think Geno is a better option to lose. Then
I think it gives you
I don't know how much of a difference.
The thing that blows my mind in this situation is, so why, like you're saying, starting Geno, Drew Lock was basically the centerpiece of that deal. I guess, and that's my point. That's my point. Pretty gross to say, like, yeah, Fant was in it too, but you got a quarterback for a quarterback, and it was your franchise guy for so long. So, like, why don't you just throw him into the fire, see what you got, and if he somehow,
that's my point.
If he somehow,
it's worth it.
Whips up a can of worms.
Yeah, that was my only point. Yeah, no, it's just weird to me.
It's weird. Obviously, you know what Geno is. He's
right.
Been a career backup. Like,
I think they got Drew Lock almost knowing it's like these things you can't go out and say. Like you can't go out and say, Drew Lock's not our fucking guy. We just needed to walk away with something.
Yeah. But then also, I don't think you lose anything because maybe what if he balls out and maybe you could flip him for even like a second or third day pick again.
It's just like a good point.
You should just, I don't know.
I think it's about just securing that high natural pick. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like, all right, we're gonna very likely look.
Fair.
And then we have an excuse as why this is happening.
That's fair.
Like they are very well shaped up for CJ Stroud and Bryce Young.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the thing is I think they can't go out and say we are targeting these few guys, but you don't think. Well, that's the thing is we know that they probably are.
That's what they're in for.
Yeah, like they want that guy, not Drew. Come on, like it's like and that's the thing is I get it. I totally get what you're saying, but that's just how I'm looking at it.
Agreed.
All right. Well, that has been our week 1 preview. I'm so excited, guys.
It's exciting to say.
just to reiterate this, we're not giving you guys picks. We're just talking about the games, having fun. If you do use it for advice and you win money, then thank us. But
congrats to you. But if you're in the comment sections blowing us up, you're like, oh my God, you guys gave me both picks. Guess what? I did not hit the submit button for you.
You can send it to me.
And
I love getting those. Bring them here.
We didn't put the credit card in the account, and we didn't create the account. Yeah, no. To Tyler's point, man, there's a lot of things we didn't do. We didn't.
Yeah, we're just giving you our advice as for men who enjoy football.
Exactly.
Football's back, baby.
football's back.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go.